pressed off. All right, here we go. We are live. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chris. This is my channel, We Love Comics. And thanks to my all-time amount of voters this month, we had 337 voters last time. We almost hit 400. We had 396 votes that came in for the books that you wanted to see me get graded. I send in 4 books every month to PGX. And as full disclosure, I do not get paid by them, despite what people accuse. I have no contracts. I'm under no obligation. I do get 4 books graded for free, which includes pressings, dry cleanings, signature verifications, for me making these kind of videos. And I also make sure I give you guys the ability to save a little money or get a discount. If you go to the description of this video and any of the videos, if you send 10 books or more to PGX, you can get one of them pressed for free with the code We Love Comics Free Press. And also, because of my idea talking to the owner of Daniel Patterson, you can, for a $5 fee, get the grader's notes put onto the back of your slab. Use the code We Love Comics Grader's Notes, and they have adjusted the slab so this way the grader's notes are going to be more centered. So they did a good job fixing that up. And there are no price increases with PGX, so you're still paying the same amount that you've been paying for a while now. And faster turnaround. But I always tell people, get what you love and deal with who you think that is going to be best suited for you. Because each grading company is going to have its pluses and its minuses. So you have to factor in, depending on what you want to send in, what grading company is most beneficial to you. That's why I always tell people, do your own research, think for yourself. Nothing wrong with hearing other people's advice, but you want to make sure that you follow it up with your own information so you can get the best possible way to collect your comics the way you love. So with that being said, let me put on the video camera. I will first show the book that I am sending in, because I send, like I said, 4 books to be graded. I pick one of them, or 2, depends on what books I want to send in. I had a different book, but I just got this one recently, so I'm switching the one that I was going to pick for another time. This one to me is an absolute no-brainer. So this is Ultimate Fallout 4. It was signed by Mark Bagley. It's an 8.5, but this book can be a 9.8 because you're not going to be able to see it. But here, all the way through the book, there is an indent. It's pressed in. I don't know how that got that way, but it does not break color. So there's a whole section that goes through the entire book that could easily be pressed out, and that is why this book got an 8.5. I've examined this book. I do not see any spine ticks at all around the edges. The corners are pointy as anything. So for me, this was a no-brainer. So I paid for this book. As you can see, it's a CGC with yellow. That means they witnessed the signature because they do not do signature verification. But I paid only $526.50 for this book. This book, after a pressing, will go up, in my opinion, to a 9.4 to possibly 9.8. So it depends on how good they get that pressing out. But like I said, the defects, non-color breaking. Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking about another book. The non-color breaking is all the way up and down the spine. I was thinking of another book that I'm going to be getting pressed out too. That's what this one is. Because I'm looking at it in the light, and I'm like, why can't I see it? Because I'm actually thinking of the another book. So this one, again, it's still going to be 9.4 to 9.8 potential. This has a concave indent all the way up and down the spine that does not break color. So whoever got this graded did not get it pressed. And you're talking several jumps in grade by getting a book like this pressed. And you're talking hundreds, if not $1,000 or more, if this book comes up in higher grade. So it absolutely will be higher than an 8.5. But I love the fact that when you see a crease that does not break color, you know it hasn't been pressed, and you can really fix this up. So it has white pages. It is currently CGC 8.5, so I'm going to crack this open, get it pressed, dry cleaned, and I really think it's going to come back between a 9.4 and a 9.8. And if it comes back a 9.8 because of that one pressable defect, and again, it's lower because it goes all the way up and down the spine, this book is going to be worth at least double, if not triple, what I paid for it. And I just bought that book last week. So it's not like I bought that one years ago like I bought all the others. That's actually the most expensive of all the 4x4s I've ever bought. All right, so now let's go with the picks. Now, the third pick was actually tied between two books for a long time, and then this one edged out at the last second. So I would have been happy with either one, but with with 7% of the votes, this one came in third. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 51. This is the 1 in 10 artist rendition variant. Now, these books can easily come back a 9.9 or even a 10.0, because this is cardstock, and this book, as far as I can tell, has no defects at all. Probably won't even need a pressing, but I'm going to tell them to press it just to make sure. I'm predicting, I paid a total of $10 for this book. It's one of those books that I didn't even remember I had, but I was looking for another book in my comic book boxes, and I discovered this and a couple of other key books that some I already sent in, some I will get sent in. So I really honestly don't care what grade it comes back as. So $10 I paid for this. I'm predicting a 9.8 to a 9.9. Now, that's the highest grade I've ever predicted, but because, like I said, because this is cardboard stock and there is not a bend to be found, this book could come back a 9.9, even a 10.0. I've seen several of these done even with CGC, so these books are a lot easier to get in high grade, but even if I only got a 9.8, I'll still be thrilled for $10. So, and of course, white pages on that one. This is another book, along with Ultimate Fallout 4, I've been telling people to get for years. This had 11% of the votes. It came in second. I have several copies of this book, but any chance I can get them to be graded, I will do it. This, of course, you guys voted for Edge of Spiderverse number 2. This is the first print. I paid, basically, I didn't write the price on this one, but I paid for all my books between $21 and $32. So I'm just going to put it smack in the middle and say I paid $25, because I did not pay any more than $32 for any of these books, except for one that was already graded. I think it was triple signed. But this, again, is another high-grade book. These all have come back that I've graded so far, either 9.6s or 9.8s. The first two I ever had, I sent in the PGX. They both came back unpressed at 9.8s. So I'm sure this will be the same. So I'm predicting about a 9.6 to a 9.8 with white pages, because, of course, there is no guarantee. But absolutely a book, if you don't have, it's going to go the way of Ultimate Fallout 4. You think that book is expensive now, wait until you see more of any of these characters. So some of these books, people are saying, oh, they're out of reach. Well, they haven't reached their peak yet. All right, so last one. This one, everybody said was a no-brainer. It got 71% of the votes. So this one, by far, was the highest vote getter. And that is my 6th copy of Hulk 181. Now, this one does not have the Marvel stamp. I don't care about it, because this comic is going to continue to skyrocket. Now, I bought it because it has 2 signatures. Both are deceased. We have Len Wein and we have the great Stan Lee. So, dual signatures. I paid $1,500 for this book. And it's probably going to come back. I'm predicting between a 3 and a 4 with off-white pages. So it will come back qualified, because the Marvel stamp has been cut out. There is a color breaking crease there. There's some creases along the edge, but those will all qualify for the grade range that I'm predicting. I'm not sure if I said it, but off-white pages for this book. To me, this book is no-brainer, even in a 0.5. The other 5 copies I have of this book, I've been telling people for years to get them. They all have the Marvel stamps, and make sure you check. So this one I did not mind, but we'll put it in perspective. When I bought my first Hulk 181, I had two, no, One back in the 80s that got stolen. I paid, I think, I paid $90 for it. That one got stolen. So the next one I got was back in 2017, I believe. Since that one got stolen back when I was a teenager, I paid $1,500 for that book, and it came back an 8.5. So just to see the difference between about 4 years ago, how much what you can get for the same amount. So I paid the same amount for my 8.5, and this book has no stamp and is probably going to be, like I said, between a 3 and a 4. So it shows how much this book has increased in value. And they haven't even mentioned what actor is going to be playing Wolverine, let alone a teaser trailer, a regular trailer, and him being in a movie. Because I have a feeling, and many people are probably going to think the same thing, that he's not going to start out in his own movie. He's probably going to debut probably in a, end credit scene in one of the movies coming out. I think that's probably how they're going to do it. But, I mean, that's just going to make it hyped up even more by adding little bits at a time. So this book at $1,500, even with the Marvel stamp missing, I am easily going to double my money, if not more, depending on when I'm ready to sell it. And that's why I tell people, get multiple copies of books. So this way, if you have to sell or trade books, because I can trade some of these to upgrade to another comic, and I will still have it. So that, to me, is the best way to go. And trust me, it's not always easy to get these. It's not like I have a trust fund with millions of dollars in it and I could just, I'll buy whatever I want. I have to work hard to get the money to get these, and that's why I sold some of my comics to be able to get some others. One of them, unfortunately, is not coming, but I will get my money back. But those are the 4 books. And like I said, we almost had 400 people participate, so thank you to those who did. The next couple of days, I will be putting up the new comics to vote for. I mean, some people wonder why I do it. I do it because I want you guys to be more interactive with my channel, not just watch a video and have no say in it. So yes, you're not winning any prizes or anything like that. There's no giveaways with it, because I want people to come here for the content, not for what I could give them. And it's a way to interact where you have a say in what I do. So my thing is, if you don't like it, you don't have to vote. But if you do, I appreciate you sharing your input. And if no one ever voted, then I just picked the 4 that I want. So far it's been going higher and higher, so thank you to those who participated. So we're going to do today's surprise subscriber shout-outs. We're going to go with Horror Breakdown and Big Dave Loves Comics. Both of you are today's surprise subscriber shout-outs, so if either one of you have a YouTube channel, if you want to post the link in the comment section, you can. If you'd rather send a link to your social networks, you can do that. Or if you sell something on eBay or Amazon or any of those other places and you want to share a link to one of your sales, I'll let you decide what you think is best. Just keep in mind, I always have to verify any links, so I have to make sure they're appropriate for all audiences, so you will not see them right away. And keeps all the spam stuff from coming onto my channel, because to this day they still keep trying to put those porn links, but people will never see them because I'm basically smarter than those people. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it, and I'm sticking to it. Sign up for the cashback program. The link is in the description. It's also in the live chat. If you click on it and you spend $25 or more with any of their affiliated sponsors within the first 90 days, they'll give you a $25 cashback bonus. That's up from $20 the last time, so take advantage of that extra $5, because better to have $5 in your pocket than somebody else's. Go check out PGX if you're interested in using them. Like I said, I have the discount codes where you can get 1 free pressing if you send in 10 books, and if you use the code We Love Comics Graders Notes, if you want to add the Graders Notes to the back of your book, it's $5 per slab. I love personally doing that, so sometimes I forget to tell them to add that, so I'm going to make sure I do it with these books. So thank you for watching, guys. Thank you to the 9 people that were kind enough to hit the like button. Hit subscribe if you haven't. And don't forget, it is not you, it is not I, it is We Love Comics. And I cannot wait to get some of these books back from grading. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you next video.